How does God see us? And what does he think when he looks at us? The story's found in the book of Genesis. Adam and Eve. Adam was the first man, and he was made in the image of God, of the dust of the earth. And then God looked around, and he says, well, it's not good that he's alone. Let me make him a helpmate. Let me make him someone to love, someone that he can spend his time with. So when God made Adam, he made him a wife. And the two become one. And so he loved her. And so they're living in a place called the Garden of Eden. They're living in paradise together. And God only has one rule. Don't eat from that tree in the middle of the garden, because in the day you eat of it, your life will have an end. It was called the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You can do whatever you want. Just don't eat from that tree. That one thing I've asked you not to do, please don't do it. And so the years go by, and he loves his wife, and they fall deeper in love, and he chases her around, and life is good, and God's providing everything for him. Until the one day that the woman is tempted by the tree, and she gives in to it. The wife, the woman, gives in. And after she's done this, she presents herself to her husband and says, listen, I've eaten of the tree here. Why don't you eat of it too? And in the book of Timothy, it says that Adam was never fooled. Eve was, but Adam was not. So Adam knew what this meant. And he takes the fruit in his hand and looks at Eve and says, Eve, what have you done? Eve, you know that God said that this is the one thing we're not supposed to do. Eve, what you did was wrong. But if I took you to God right now, I could demand another wife. But Eve, I don't want another wife. I just love you. I only love you. But how can we be together now knowing that your life is going to end? Eve, I have to do this. I have to eat of this fruit just to prove I love you. I have to die to be with you. I have to die to prove my love to you. Eve, what have you done? I love you. So Adam took the fruit, and sin had not entered the world yet. And so all of that sin was put upon Adam as he ate the fruit, because sin entered the world because of Adam. What you find here is really the story of Christ Jesus, the gospel in the beginning. This is how God looks at us. We're his wife. We're walking around in this place, and there's always the temptation that's coming for us. There's always that one thing that's coming for us. And God said, don't do it. You have to walk away. Don't give in to it. That one thing that you did, he then proves he loves you by giving his life to be with you. It's the only way we could have been together, that he gave his life to prove his love toward us. We're the woman. Adam represents Christ Jesus. We're in the garden. He doesn't want another wife. He doesn't want to trade you in. There's nothing that can replace you. There's nothing that can separate you from his love. There's nothing that can pull you out of his hands. You're the one he wants. But because he died to prove he loves us, we have to walk away from that tree. You have to banish it from your heart, banish it from your mind. You have to completely get rid of it. Now that's the only way that we can be with him.